Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis for big mega cap stocks. So show your support by hitting that thumbs up button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing, and that means a lot to me. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, my analysis in 3 days of live trading, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple, stock is down 0.28% on a day like today where the market actually hitting all-time highs. You would think that a big name like Apple and Microsoft, they must be up and going up massively, but that's not the case. And guess what? And who's going up? All the zombie companies are going up, and there is a massive rally on Russell 2000. And that is why big names like Apple and Microsoft just consolidating, not doing much and not even moving higher. Now, Apple could be flagging right here if you look at my screen, but also Apple trading below rising 20-day moving average, and that is sitting, I would say, 194. So Apple can actually get that breakout above 194. You're going to see a move up to 195.42, and above 195.42, that is a clear breakout from this bull flag, and that should take Apple back up to 198 to even 200. Now, Apple stays below right here, 193.83 to be exact, rising 20-day moving average. Then watch out, this thing can dump all the way down to this gap, 190, and this is going to be a strong support. And below that, we also have support down here, lower Bollinger Band, 188, and then this gap, 186. On Amazon, stock absolutely flat on the day, and if you look at my screen, closing right at the support 153.32, holding rising 5-day moving average. And after this breakout, looks like again more consolidation right here on Amazon. And a big name like Amazon also not going up today with all the other zombie companies. Now here on Amazon, this is gonna be key level to watch, but I think a little bit of pullback down to 150, that's going to be an opportunity to buy the dip and maybe day trade Amazon if there is a dip down to 150. That's going to be a strong support, and you can easily put a stop at 148 or actually 148.86, rising 20-day moving average right here. So on Amazon, as long as Amazon can hold right here 153.32, the next stop 155, and above that you're going to see explosive move to the upside. On a pullback right here, 153.32 support, 150, 148.86, and then critical support down here, this big consolidation, 146. On Google, stock absolutely flat on the day, and this is actually a nasty looking candle right here. If you look at my screen, we got up to almost 144 and then a big rejection, and now it's actually coming down and closing at 142.82 and not quite getting down to this gap to close this gap down here at 142.03. So this is going to be a key level to watch on Google on a pullback, this gap, and that should also act as a support right here, 142, and below that we also have strong support at 141, rising 5-day moving average, and then 140, and also we got this gap down here, 138.77. Now talking about gaps here in this market, guys, there is nothing else I can say than Gap City, because gaps are all over the place, not to the upside, only to the downside, as we're just gapping up and going and not pulling back to close any gaps whatsoever in this market, and just going straight up and just gapping up over the resistance and running pretty much every time. So watch out. I mean, yes, things are looking really good for the bulls, but you never know what's coming next, and especially when market nearing all-time highs and then hitting all-time highs, there is a big risk involved, because all those big boys are coming back from vacation after New Year, and then what? Nobody's going to take profit, and market will just run higher and higher. I don't think that's the case. There will be profit taking, so you got to be really careful going long here in this market, and especially if you're buying anything, far as me right now, just day trading, not taking any long positions here in this market because everything is just too expensive and too high. And if you're buying at the top, guess what? People actually bought at the top back in 2021. And I know some people, and some people, are in my actually Patreon group just holding a big bag from 2021. So be careful chasing anything at this level right now when market hitting fresh new all-time highs pretty much every day now, especially Nasdaq 100 and all these mega names. Now here on Google, like I said, the next stop to the upside, if this Bollinger Band actually expands all the way up to 145, you're going to see 145 on Google. As long as Google can come down and fill this gap at 142 and 142 holds as a support. If not, there is going to be a little bit more downside down to 141 to 140 and maybe even down to this gap 138.77. On Tesla stock, it's up 1.61%, and today right here I took Tesla trade at 2:53 exactly in the morning, trading live in my Discord, taking some 260 calls, and this one definitely paid. And I'm still holding two runners on Tesla. I sold right here at 256.57, and then I sold more close to 258 and still holding two runners, and I think Tesla can hold 252. And this is where I'll actually exit with my runners if this thing actually breaks down below 252. But as long as Tesla can hold 252, the next stop 262 to 278, and possibly next year you're going to see Tesla going up and filling this gap right here just below 290. On a pullback, this is gonna be a key level of support 252, and then right down here also we have support now 248.24, rising 13-day moving average, and then 20-day moving average also a support 245, and then this gap just under 241. On Microsoft, absolutely flat on the day, and if you look at this one here, guys, got up to 376.94, but the gains are not holding up right here on Microsoft. Came back and now trading just below 375 and also holding right here. I mean, look at this, 373.33, 20-day moving average, and that is holding into closing. So Microsoft, it's gonna be make it or break it, something like that here on Microsoft. If this thing actually breaks 375, can hold 375, who knows, we might see another fresh new all-time high on Microsoft, and that is gonna be the next stop above 375. You're going to see 380 and then a fresh new all-time high, or at least a retest of this all-time high right here, 384.30. Now, if this thing actually breaks down, then watch out for the support to break right here. Now, critical support 373.33, and below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 366, and this is the level needs to break right here for the bears. If this thing takes out 366, you're going to see an immediate drop down to 361, rising 50-day moving average, and then this gap 357.54. On Meta, it's up 0.41%, and Meta again getting a rejection from same level 355, and now trading slightly under 355, but looks like it's gonna go early as tomorrow. You could see Meta going up to 361 to close that gap on top. We just need that breakout above 355. Now also on a pullback, we do have strong support now, rising 5-day moving average 350 to 39, and below this support right here, then you're going to see a dump off down to 343, and that is gonna be this support right here, this breakout retest on Meta 343. But as long as Meta can hold right here 350 to 39, I mean, look at the low today, 353.45, and from there this thing took off all the way up to almost 357, and now trading slightly under 355. So as soon as you see Meta breaking 355, you can still make money. This thing will go up to 361 to close that massive weekly gap on top. On AMD, it's up 2.73%, another explosive move to the upside. Now, if you guys are watching my videos regularly, you know that I called it before that AMD holding 138, and that means one thing. After this big move, we saw some consolidation, and after this move right here, Again, AMD just consolidating right here and not actually, I mean, we saw a look below and failed right here. Not actually breaking down here on this sell-off and going back up above 138. That is bullish. And you saw that today. This thing took off all the way up to almost 144. And the next stop definitely going all the way up to 148. And who knows, Nvidia hitting multiple times, fresh new all-time highs. AMD is not too far off. On a pullback, you want to watch now 140 at critical level rising 5-day moving average, and below that 138. And then we can talk about this support down here 131.21 rising 20-day moving average, and everything going up with low volume today. So there is actually no volume here in this market, and algos are just moving the market. So shorts, if you're shorting, that is not the right thing to do right now, especially when market does not have any volume right now and it's just moving on machines buying and selling everything and retail traders. On Nvidia stock, it's up 0.92%. Now a lot of you guys are asking about Nancy's husband, getting into Nvidia. He got some call options worth $5 million and they do not expire until next year, December, I think. Now, first of all, I do not follow anybody's trade. It could be, the only thing I see, buybacks. And that is company buyback. And Nancy's husband definitely does not own Nvidia company. And look at the market cap, over $1 trillion. And somebody like him who got beat up, and that is a no-brainer, buying Nvidia on top. And I mean, who's actually buying right here on top? I don't think, if this thing goes up another 50 bucks, still I think that is not a good idea to go and chase Nvidia. Now, of course, they have inside information. I don't. And a $5 million position, it's not a big position. At least for me, I don't see that as a big position where Nvidia just gonna pump and maybe go to 700-800. I just don't see that. Now, yes, Nvidia, the CEO, that guy can pump the stock 100%, not Nancy's husband. So maybe he knows something in the way he's buying. Definitely, it's a no-brainer buying at 500. And it's just crazy, how people are actually buying Nvidia at this level and thinking about more upside maybe next year. So on Nvidia stock, I just don't care about that position. And I think that is totally a BS. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Now here on Nvidia, now it's holding right here. If you look at my screen, 489.63 rising 5-day moving average. Well, not anymore. It's not rising anymore, definitely. So it's actually coming down, and now it's sitting at 489.63. So Nvidia now, I would say 489 to 490, that is gonna be key level to watch. And Nvidia can hold here, then you're going to see a move back up to 500, up to even this high, 505.48, and above this high, that's gonna be a breakout for more upside. Now below 489.63, watch out for the support 482, and then we also have support down here 477.84, and then this support down here 463.60, rising 50-day moving average, and then 460. So Netflix also going up 0.91%, and I was actually eyeing Netflix this morning to play from 485 to 490, some calls, but looks like it actually came down to 486, but late in the day, I don't like buying dips, because usually what happens, you make money, you come back for more, and then you will actually lose money and give it back to the market. So again, I had this idea in my Discord for my Patreon members. And if you guys actually took it right here, some calls, you actually made money on Netflix, and now it's trading above 491. So it was a really good trade right here on Netflix. Anybody took it, you made money here on Netflix. Now, the retest of this support 485 for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4th day today, holding above 485. And now it's also above 491. And looks like if this can hold, rising 5-day moving average 491, the next stop 500, and then 506. On a pullback, critical support 485, and if that gives up right down here, 476.19, and then this gap at 473. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.